Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to Fallout 4, Rebuilding Avalon. Alrighty. Where is it?
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
Okay, I was kind of expecting to need more than one bomb. It is, it's an assaultron. Like... I can't remember her name. Alright. So I should be able to look around here without a problem. So did they dig into this? Or what? Not sure if I'll find any answers down here of the sort I'm looking for. I mean, it looks like there's some of their supplies down here. I mean, some of these items I've never... Oops. Seen before here, so... Oops. Alright. I mean, because all this stuff looks old and... pre-war. At least some of it does. So, what kind of thing is the tri-tool that we're seeing here? There it is. Hmm. Hmm. Strange. Alright. That sounds like a turret, maybe? Question is where is that turret? Oh. Oh. That's just not right. Poor cats. Why are there cats down here? I've never seen cats dead. Poor things. Who would kill cats? Why? Well, I know there was that cat meat vendor.
Sweet.
But they better not be eating cats here. That's just not right. Hmm. Strange. Ah! Guide Grader Reader! Hello! Welcome to the madness. And it is very mad here right now. Trying to figure out why somebody would be slaughtering cats down here. The frick? Actually, this... I'm in the Institute. And this apparently is either a very old part of the Institute, or it is a... They dug into another facility. I don't know why I never see the ones that are on the roof. Is that just wet or is that blood? It's very difficult to tell. These look like cells, don't they? super mutants. Oh, that's right. Oh. So were they experimenting on turning people into super mutants down here? I think it's rusty water. Could be. I mean, Virgil was talking about him being a about him being turned into a super mutant by something that he had done here. But I thought that was just him from what he said. But it looks like they might have been experimenting on other people? Or he was? And they were keeping them... Someone...
Yes.
...is keeping them in this old part. And feeding them cat meat. Which is... just not right. All of it's not right. So the question is this something that was unsanctioned? Something that got shut down? Or is it the case of this is a sanctioned thing? We really have to find... how do I disable you? There we go. So, secret ass hattery or not so secret ass hattery? Because the fact that there's synths down here kind of implies that it might have been somebody doing it without the sanction of, like, or I guess I can't really... Shut down synths? Destroyed synths? Kind of makes it look like it may not have been a sanctioned activity. You believe secret sanctioned ass hattery. Well, I guess we will try to find out here. I'm still trying to find out what the sanctioned ass hattery is. Ah. You may not be aware, Guide Greaterator, but it appears, and I'm still reserving judgment on whether I'm being lied to or not. I found Sean, or at least someone who claims to be Sean. He's running the Institute. He's 60 years old. And the boy that we thought was him is actually a synth, a third-generation synth. So... yeah. I'm still thinking about this and the implications of it. That's not what's wrong with those things. My reunion was pleasant. Not particularly. On the surface, it seemed pleasant, but I am not happy at all. Because, without going into the long version, short version is, if I can't possibly rescue Sean, why the frick was I put in this body? I'm looking for information, but all I can say is so far, what I've seen on the surface, they're killing innocent people with the first and second generation synths and the coursers. So unless it turns out that this is activity that is occurring without Sean's knowledge and is in fact against whatever the tenets of the Institute is, they killed all the people in the vault except for me and Sean. That predates Sean's activities, but they're still killing innocent people. You know? It's sick. That's what it is. And there's pens here. Ah. I don't see anything that... This one.
Sweet.
Let's make sure we got the turret's error all clear. Units connected to... Alright. That's probably just to get through that door again. I'll just double check, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's for. Holy crap. Super mutants. And this is looking more like... Yes, this is looking more like actual Institute area. The heck? Except it looks like there's been an accident here. Brian... Does it say Brian Virgil on this? Let's look around, see if there's anything else. Was this his lab? This was Virgil's laboratory, wasn't it? Alright. Let's listen to the log and then we'll look at the computer. I don't know if we found what he wanted us to find. I would kind of like some more information about what the heck he was doing here.
Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right.
I agree.
It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Okay, well that little bit of information kind of makes me feel that if Father is in fact Sean, he has turned out to not be the sort of man I would be proud of. Virgil seems to have come to his senses, because if Virgil is a super mutant and he can be turned back from being a super mutant, those were human beings that are currently floating in those jars. So the question is are they the super mutants from the wasteland that attack everybody and eat people? Or were they innocent parties that were given the injectable drug that turns them into super mutants that Virgil had taken? And based on the log I just heard, I'm inclined to believe it was the latter and not the former, which is rather troubling, to say the least. Project Synthesis Terminal. Project Status Indefinite Suspension. Director Override. Subject Status. Oh, jeez. M and F, is that male and female? Do I think the ultimate goal is to find a cure? Based on what I've seen so far with the Institute, I'd be surprised if the reason was to find a cure. And Virgil certainly said nothing about a cure, and in fact the cure is supposed to be here. And the only reason in the tape I just listened to, he said that what he was doing was to shut it down because the director, Father, did not want to shut it down. And I'm supposed to find the cure, which is here, and take it back to Virgil. So if they were unwilling to stop this experimentation when they had a cure, then I don't think the reason for doing it was to find one. They already had one. Male, mid-30s, poor overall health. Post-submersion results, consistent with standard results. Subject status, discarded. That's a human being you're talking about. Female, late 30s, moderate overall health. Initially consistent with standard results, rapid decline in physical condition. Subject status, deceased. I mean... moderate overall health. Physical condition consistent with standard results. Mental acuity charting slightly higher than average. Tagged discarded. Late 20s. Above average overall health. Rapid decline in mental capacity. Anomalous physical result. Subject status terminated. Female, early 20s, moderate overall health. Rapid excessive physical growth. Aggression far above normal parameters. Subject status terminated. Male mid-30s, poor overall health. Inconclusive terminated. Subject unintentionally terminated during Incident 5. Data should be culled from future reports. Baseline early 30s, overall health moderate. Inconclusive terminated. Unintentionally terminated during Incident 5. Data should be culled from... I don't like what I'm seeing here. Progress reports. Redacted. I bet that's some of the stuff that's been hidden. Okay, so... Entered by Syverson C. Notes. Latest round of testing complete. Results are all within expected parameters. Informed Dr. Zimmer directly as he had ordered the tests personally. He seemed annoyed with the results, unsure what he was looking for. He declined to specify why he wanted the tests run to begin with. Entered by Virgil B. Notes. I have officially assumed the lead role on the project after Dr. Silverson's passing. Latest round of subjects show results similar to previous test runs over the last 5 years. No statistical deviation noted. Synthetic organics continue to perform well. The necessity of further tests is unexplained. And not quite a year later. Nothing new, always the same. Have entered formal complaint with Directorate. These tests are not bringing in any valuable information. The organics project was spun off decades ago. Why do we insist on continuing this? Redacted. All inquiries about this project should now go straight to the Director. The lab will be offline until further notice. Yeah. So far what I'm seeing does not make me think that the reason was to find a cure. They were testing for some other reason. Alright, I don't know. I mean, I don't see anything here that could be the cure that... I mean, found an injector? Was there something inside it? No. Virgil said what he wanted was in this lab. Okay, maybe it's through here then. Alright. I have to say, I'm a little... I was tending towards, perhaps the Institute truly does have good intentions, and now I'm wavering back towards the ass-hattery classification. The FE laboratory is a potential biohazard area and has been sealed. Access to this section of the facility is prohibited. Requests for more information can be sent in triplicate to our records department. I'm going to reactivate this. And we're going to go back out and come through the other way because I don't want them to know I've been in here. But that explains all the things in here that we did see. But we didn't find... Okay, now I am confused because we did not find... Maybe it's elsewhere? I can't remember. I think I'm almost certain he said it was in his lab. This is his lab, or was his lab. Here? No. Oh. No, that's the door that I was confused for a moment. Okay, so wait. Here it is. Yes. I mean, if we find... maybe I'll find information that says that this was, in fact, to find a cure. But then why not tell Virgil? If he was doing the research, presumably he'd need to know that's what it was for? But he didn't seem, in his notes, didn't seem to know what the heck they were still experimenting for. So... the poor cats. Okay, we look down here. Up, there's another door here. Let's see what we can find here in the, quote, sanctioned area. Departmental... Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so just basically a list of results. Soil pH values, departmental notices. Our special guest has arrived. I'm special. Now that our guest of honor is here, I want to remind everyone to be polite, accommodating, and welcoming. It's not often we receive visitors from the surface, and this occasion is more special than most. I know I can count on you all to extend a hand of friendship and greet our visitor with the utmost hospitality. Let's embrace this exciting event and make the best first impression we possibly can. Director Holdren? That is not your last name. Or is that... Oh, that might not be from Sean. I'm going to say, because that's not your last name. Synth Zoology, the next step. I have some exciting news to share with all of you. Father has approved the next phase of my proposed Synth Zoology initiative, and I'm already in the process of setting up a schedule for the initial prototyping phase. As has always been the case, this is a low-priority project, but those of you who find yourselves with free time are welcome to contribute. I'll need to make a few preliminary decisions, not the least of which is what kind of creature we will want to replicate. I don't have to tell you how eager I am to begin, and I can't wait to see what amazing things we can do given our recent advances in synth development. Why Okay, I still don't understand why the goal of replicating humans so closely, and now animals. I mean, they had to use human DNA in order to, Sean's DNA, in order to make the Generation 3 synths. I know they claim that everyone up there has been mutated, but the majority of them don't look mutated at all to me. They seem to be doing just fine. Anyway, power conservation. When we first implemented the new power efficiency guidelines, I was proud at how well we were able to meet those standards with only minimal impact on our productivity. It was a daunting challenge, but we rose to meet it. Lately, however, we've been getting lax in our habits. Too often I'm finding lights and equipment left on when they shouldn't be, and the environmental settings have been changed without my authorization. Let's rededicate ourselves to doing what's right for the needs of the Institute as a whole. After all, this isn't just our home, it's a home for the future generations who will carry on the great work of building a better future. As defined by who? Okay, we read that. Access logs. Harlan's soil pH values, soil pH, Volker's, departmental notices, Holdren C, departmental notices, Carlin I, departmental notices. That's it. SCI Phase 2 Development. Sent to Zoological Initiative Phase 2 Development Journal. Initial thoughts. What to create? We've engineered creatures that inhabit the sky and the land. The next logical step is a creature of the sea. The greatest challenge remains data collection, accurate measurements, behavioral data, life cycle, habitat, etc. Might Nahant have something useful? Note to self. Request that we allocate a scavenger team to that area. So which aquatic creatures makes a good candidate? Start with size. Nothing too large, nothing too small. Most promising candidate, genus Delphinus, genus Carcarhinus. On-site habitat will be a logistical challenge. Expansion of bioscience likely necessary, including a large water tank. Many logistical challenges to implement. Facilities division likely to oppose this. Have to pitch this as the first step in a broader plan. What else can go in the aquatic habitat? Can we grow food there? What other experiments could we do? Could we develop underwater synth models to carry out seabed salvage operations? Probably far-fetched. Need to work on this more. We'll table this journal for the time being, focus on other priorities, until I can come up with more reasons that we'll benefit from the aquatic habitat. Can still gather data in the meantime. Warwick Homestead Initiative. Mission statement. The Warwick Homestead Initiative was conceived to facilitate field testing of various genetically modified specimens in the unique climate of the Commonwealth. It is hoped that we gain insight into the effects of trace radiation on the growth and development of said specimens. Okay, am I misunderstanding? Are they actually making flesh and blood creatures as opposed to synthetic creatures? Maybe I misunderstood. Let's read some more. We of the Bioscience Division are in full agreement on the following hypothesis. Subjected to the proper levels of ambient radiation and soil pH, such as those found in the exceptionally fertile soil at Warwick Homestead, our modified seed specimens are likely to exhibit accelerated growth rate and a twofold increase in size. Okay, so it sounds like, at least with the food, they're talking about taking actual seeds and working on them. Project implementation. Stage 1. Using genetic manipulation, we will develop a unique breed of cucurbidae with similar characteristics to those commonly farmed in the Commonwealth. Stage 2. Acquire Roger Warwick, Patriarch of Warwick Homestead, and conduct a series of intensive interrogation sessions to learn all we can about his life and family. Okay, that does not sound friendly at all. Stage 3, with the intelligence gathered in Stage 2, create a synth replica of Roger Warwick and embed the unit on site at Warwick Homestead to oversee the operation directly. I think it just tilted toward the ass-hattery side even more. They're kidnapping people, replacing them with synths, which we already knew they were doing, but here's one of the reasons why. So here's my question. What did they do with the real Roger Warwick after their intensive interrogation? Did he survive it? Is he here incarcerated somewhere? Did they kill him? SRB will handle logistics of this aspect of the initiative. Stage 4. Begin covert deliveries of prototype seed batches for planting. Stage 5. Collect observational data from embedded unit. Stage 6. When sufficient data has been collected, retrieve synth unit and specimens for lab study. Purge all surface evidence of the initiative. I think I'm going to make a note of that name. Roger Warwick. Synth. Oh. I'm going to ignore that. Because if it has something to do with me, they'll be right behind me anyway. Director Holdren, here are the details you requested. Read the guerrilla behavioral anomalies. A total of 16 incidents of heightened aggression have been documented. Bioscience personnel who witnessed these events, myself included, would categorize the level of aggression displayed as extreme and dangerous. In all, 6 synth handlers have been destroyed by guerrilla attacks. As for what triggers these behavioral changes, I speculate that it's a reaction to perceived conflict. Several attacks followed heated arguments that took place within earshot of the pen. Another occurred soon after the recent SRB security sweep. It seems clear there's a fault in the behavioral model. I doubt it can be corrected. I know you're against it, but I think we have to consider destroying them. Failing that, I recommend all contact with the guerrillas be limited to synth units only. Bioscience personnel should not be permitted to come into contact. The risk is simply too great. Feeding and maintenance log, Holdren. AOJ. This AO person. Alright, let's see if I'm in trouble now. Okay, so it probably has nothing to do with me. I mean, did I look at this one already? Yes. Okay, so this is old. Interesting. We keep finding sections that look older than others, which makes sense, seeing that it was built up over time. Now, why I would have thought that we would have... If that alarm was for us, we would have heard someone coming to find out what we're doing, but I don't think it had anything to do with us. Ah. Well, we know where that goes.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
They are synth. Okay, I did not misunderstand. What strange creatures.
Excuse me. Theoretical limits are made to be broken.
Fine. Again, why are they creating synthetic replicas of things that... Let's talk to this person.
Hello.
Hi.
Excuse me. You smell like you've been above ground.
Yes? Okay, so that has nothing to do with me. Aside from the fact... It's very annoying. Alright, I'm gonna have a look at this. You think they might be trying to remake the world using synths? Maybe. But again, I question why that is necessary.
It's great to have you here. Most men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
Hey, Doc.
Yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't the time.
Well, maybe you guys can do something about that noise? Jeez.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
That's fabulous.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I'll reserve judgment until I know more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life.
Why?
You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Okay, that alarm is gonna drive me nuts.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm
Why?
sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
I'd like to ask how to shut that stupid alarm off.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Again, why?
Clayton,
Good to see you again. Did you need something?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
Like shut the
Might be.
alarm off?
Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Fabulous. Oh, jeez. Is there an off switch? Okay, I think this is where we... Yeah, this is where we came in.
Time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Jeez.
I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last of a dying past. Plus, well, subject.
There's still people who are suffering. You can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to
Dang it!
redefine mankind if we can't get along with humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes. I suppose you're right.
I was trying to listen to the conversation, but the stupid alarm...
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered products.
Maybe we can do something about shutting the freaking alarm off? Alright, trying to find my way out of here. I think it's this way. Ah, I hear a new voice. Or it's a voice I haven't heard for a long time. In my head. A new advisor. Self-inflicted. Hello! How did I set off the alarm? I don't think it's me. I was just looking at public use terminals. And suddenly this alarm... I have no idea why it's doing that. But let's get out of here. So it sounds like we've run across at least 2 scientists now that seem to have some, well, actually 3 counting Virgil, have some issues with how the Institute is doing things. Even though they're still, aside from Virgil, going along in general with what's going on here. But it doesn't sit well with me that they have no compunction about taking people from the surface and interrogating them. Yeah, that doesn't sit well with me at all. To be honest, I get the feeling that they consider the people whose DNA they claim has been damaged by radiation, that they consider them not real people, not proper people. Because why, if their goal is to, as Father said, Sean, I don't want to call him Father, Sean said, if their goal is to make sure humanity has a future, why are they so easily, in many different ways, killing that humanity? And the only reason I've been able to think of so far is they don't consider them real people because they're damaged. Which that's not right. Alright, it is time for me to cycle the stream. I will be back in a couple of minutes with the next one. So if you're watching on YouTube, please look at the upcoming live stream section and look for the next one, which should be numbered 177. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Thanks for watching.